So if you could just tell us a bit about why it was so important to tell this story.
Well, we really wanted to work with the filmmaker Florian Zeller, and we had seen his first feature, The Father. He wanted to make this story, and we read the play and the script and completely fell in love with the opportunity of tackling a difficult subject matter, but one that should be talked about more.
And seeing these amazing performances from Laura Dern, Anthony Hopkins, the young Zen, but particularly Hugh Jackman, what nuance in the kind of outer masculinity but the inner insecurities. So what was it about his performance that really stood out for you?
I think sort of seeing such a sensitive portrayal of something that is quite a tricky thing that we all experience in our lives as children of our parents and then parents to our children. I think he very delicately excavated that character, and I think it's something that we all feel, and I think we'll feel with Hugh as we watch the movie. Hopefully audiences get that too.
And what do you hope people take away from watching it? I mean, it has a lot to say about intergenerational trauma, kind of perhaps trying to understand that the next generations, like mental health issues, might be different from older people, but maybe also that love isn't always enough.
I think that's right. It's a factor, but it's not necessarily the solution. So I think just to vocalise how we're feeling and to share that amongst those who care around you, and not to be afraid about sharing exactly the depths of that despair, because ultimately that's the way to find help. I think that it's World Mental Health Awareness Day. This film deals with that very subject. It has Hugh Jackman, who suddenly and unexpectedly has his son move into his home with him and his new wife and newborn baby, and it's about the set of events that moving in sets up.
I think Hugh just wanted to give absolutely everything to Florian. I think he gives everything to all of the filmmakers, but really it was a combination of those two together. Every day was just them digging and excavating this character and putting it together, and it's really phenomenal to be a part of.
I think for us as well, what was important was to show and portray a character that isn't normally covered in films of this subject matter, which is in some ways, the father in this case, grappling with his son with no roadmap, zero roadmap, and the sort of sense that love will be enough. And I think that the film really does shine a light on how love is a factor, but it isn't necessarily just the solution.